Good morning, my fellow subscribers in the grant community. I greet you all this morning and I say, may the peace and the mercy and the blessings of our Lord be upon us all. I come your way this blessed morning to inform you, educate you, or enlighten you concerning what we have agreed on. You people know us before now, all Grand Pressure Group of Nigeria before now, that we are not completely clean and we are not completely holy and we are not prophets of God. We are just human. And among the community of human, I think we are the lesser human. We are the most powerless in the community of grants. So I want you people to know that whatever we conclude in bringing to you is as a result of God's guidance and as well as a result of the masses that have the better interest of Nigeria in their heart. Nobody wished to cause war and nobody wished to cause mayhem in the community. We have been managing our community before now, and we are not going to be the one to bring destruction to what we have been managing. But I want you people to know that as for the result of protest from all Grand Pressure Group, protest will be the last option. I repeat again, protest will be the last option. Yesterday, we believed that we don't have any hope anymore when we discovered that Theo has no money and we don't know where the money we subscribe to, we don't know how it's going to come out. And we don't know from which angle the money is coming from. We don't know anybody called UAAG as of then. And we start making our cries in the public domain, including social media, pleading for us to be heard and pleading for us to be considered. How can such a thing happen in this country and nobody is coming in to help us? So if there is no hope for us, we are embarking on protest. This is the reason why we came into the matter of protest, because most of us have already known before now that Theophilus has no money to give to Nigerians. And he have already collected money from people and he was still collecting as of then. He was still collecting and he's not willing to let the masses know the truth about his organization. So we came out and make his secrets open to the masses, including the voice record where him by himself said that he don't have access to this money. But he never said there's no money in Nigeria, but he said he don't have access to the money. What he want people, please, I want us to understand this thing well. Even Theophilus himself admitted that there is money in this country. And because he thought that his smartness could bring him close to the money, that is why he has been collecting money. And the money he's collecting from everybody is for him to do his logistic and as well to empower him to become the lion in the jungle. But successfully enough, he succeeded in doing all those things. He succeeded in doing all those things. Then when we realize that he is not going to stop, because there is no how he can have the access to this money, and he's not going to stop milking the masses, and we don't know where we are going, and we don't know how this money is going to be out for the masses, we now said we are going to embark on protest. After we have already presented all the evidences we have, and he's still growing stronger, we have to embark on protest. This is why we came into protest matter. But since we started tweeting, mostly on Twitter page, and we started agitating, we had some series of small protests, stage protests that we did all over Nigeria, and we were posting it to the Twitter, and we have been contacting some people overseas, and some human rights activists start coming in, some security agencies start coming in, and some people from the UN start coming in. When some foreigners, as in some Nigerian diaspora, start seeing our agitation, they start coming in, linking us up with some bodies that have interest in this very matter, then we now decided to relax our protest, because protest will be the end result. When we have lost it all, then we embark on protest. Then you have nothing to lose, because we have gotten it to our truth in this country, based on the way we've been punished and maltreated, malhandled in this country. But this is how we came into protest. When we were planning for protest, sometimes we fix date, sometimes we change it. Sometimes we fix date, sometimes we change it. But every time we fix date and change, we still walk closer to the source. Anytime we fix protest, we change it, we walk closer to the source, and our voice continue going viral. Our voice continue going viral. And this voice that we are, according to Abachino, he said that all we are doing is just the social media ranting. But just this social media ranting have connected us beyond what Abachino can think. So this one will lead me to Abachino's plan towards us. Last time, Abachino, the first time before we released a VN, a voice note from Theo, where he said that Abachino has no single cluster with him, or he has a 7,000 cluster, he did not pay single money for those clusters, and he's not going to pay him, because if he pay him, he's going to be the one that will lose. So before we release this thing, Abachino came and he said all sorts of madness. So after that, these days, Abachino have been used to smoke us out. From where we stay here in Abuja, nobody knows where we are staying. Nobody knows. We only go out, do whatever we want to do, come back. But all of a sudden, last 5 days, Abachino was used to smoke us out, to bring us out from our hidden place by calling one of us that he feel like he can control, or is loyal to him, or is his friend, a pastor in our midst. Starting with the preaching of the gospel, at the end of the day, campaigning to him how he loves him, and resulting to him, Abachino, telling pastor to come and meet him. He never knew that we were together when he was making this call, when he was calling pastor. And then pastor now concluded that it's a group thing. He has to inform his group first. And Abachino, make it compulsory for pastor to come in the next 1 hour, that he is even leaving his house now to his office. Abachino did this because he believed that by the time we come out, we will be traced back to where we reside. Nothing will happen to us in Abachino's office, but we will be traced back to our hotel place. And this is the plan that Abachino had. Although he have tried so many and he failed. Even the other time that Abachino reported us, because according to the police officer that called us, that will be reported, the first name he called was Abachino. Abachino was the person he called. We have to put a call across to Abachino that what happened. Abachino told us that we are his children, he can never hurt us. The following day, the police officer now told us that he made a mistake by calling Abachino is Theophilus. I don't know how a police officer will now be mistaking Theophilus for Abachino. He now told us that it's Theophilus that came, or that called them to report to us. Although we turned the call down, that he has to meet with our legal practitioner to submit that very whatever he wants to submit, and at the end of the day, they said that they have already given it up, the case up, that they are not willing to do anything again. This is the plan of Abachino again. So recently, yesterday or day before yesterday, Abachino came to the air and he have insulted us the way he wished to insult us, and he said, concerning the police, this thing, if we had gone there, nothing will happen to us in that police custody. They would have make us to sign an undertaking, peaceful YY. At the end of the day, we'll go. Then we will be traced back again to our location. Their target is to know where we are staying. So that one did not succeed. So Abachino came down today again, or recently again, that we are just making noise in the media. What he wanted to see is the protest. He was pounding on it that All he cares to see is the protest. All he wanted to see is the protest. So why he's saying this is because they have plot some people, some of those people that they have plotted to make police fire at us in the protest. Some of them are from Benue, some of them are from that Nasarawa Nyanya area, and some of them are from Kogi State. Okay, need to be precise where I came from. So they have set those set of people to cause damages to our protest. But God being God, he always expose all those things, and he always make us to understand and realize their plan. Because one thing about plan is that when God is working with you, we always say that we don't want to do anything on our own. We don't want to say anything on our own. And we don't want to go to any place on our own except with God's guidance. This is our prayer. And we have always said this, that if we make a mistake, if we take a wrong cut or a wrong turn, if we take a wrong step, may it all lead us to success. And it has been happening. So Abachino want to push us out with anger. He thought that we are youth. We are an aggressive youth that have no job, that is ready for violence. He wanted to use his tongue, his evil tongue, to push us out. When we come out for protest, then it will be hijacked and the table will be turned against us. But unfortunately, we are smarter than Abachino and his godfather, Theophilus. So all these things never work. There's some people recently that was calling us, claiming they are generals or a general, and telling us how this fight will be bloody and how they are coming to help us, to assist us, how they are willing to fight alongside with us. Head will roll, blood will flow, and we are going to be initiated, and he don't want us to disappoint them. When the time comes, he thought what we have in mind was different from agitating for money. He thought we are ready to become terrorists in this community, but they never knew that was not our plan. Our plan was for money to be disbursed, or we know the truth about grant community, or about what is happening in this country concerning grant. So, but when we quickly realized where he's coming from, then we decided to gradually start stepping back from his plan, because he's willing to empower us to fight in this country, to the extent of him saying that they have tried before but it didn't work out. And when he said that they tried all those things, grants have not started in this community, in this Nigeria by then. So all those things. My name is Ustauz Dawood. This person knows me. He can hear me. He's in the media. He can hear as I'm talking now, and he knows that we are not lying. So, and all those things are the plans within Abachino and Theophilus, including those puppets they call ambassadors. Abachino have started starting some people to call our aides, the people that are some few people that were assisting us. Somebody called some of them from Lagos, and he said that Abachino instructed him to do this. But unfortunately, they didn't know that this person they are called are international figure, and their call is being recorded. The moment they have automatic call recording. So the moment they start calling them, their voice will be recording. So Abachino himself called some, offering them cluster that he should provide some, maybe 5 NGOs or 7 NGOs, and they are willing to give him 500 clusters. Even 1,000 cluster, they can give it to him in each NGO, that he should just hands down. Abachino knows what I'm saying, and his voice was completely recorded. So before all these things, Theo thought that he had already perfected his plan, and he ran out of Abuja. We saw him when he was going to Lagos through airport. Then he's in Lagos trying to sneak out of this country. He was in Lagos trying to sneak out of this country, but up till now, he has not gotten the chance to leave this country, because Theo himself is not safe anymore. Before he left, he had to tell some of their agents, like Ibrahim Igoche, that they are going to start disbursement this past Monday. Why he said so, even some rumor later have it that while we are hearing that it's because of our protest, that make them to declare, that made the federal government to declare, what do I call it, to declare Monday as a public holiday. We had that is because Theobald Global Foundation is going to start disbursement on Monday. That is why they declared that day a public holiday. But unfortunately, we came into Monday last 3 days. Disbursement did not start, and Theo was still being cited in Lagos severally on how to sneak out of this country without being caught. And Theo set some voice record that he's still in this country. Although he might be in this country, but he's not in this country because he cannot make himself. Because he has been trying to find a way out. Even on Sunday, this last Sunday, before this last Sunday, Theo said that he's in this country, but he was not in church on Sunday. We get to realize that Theo is on the run. Theo, as in Apostle Theophilus Eleche Abone, as in the evil apostle, is on the run. As I'm talking to you now, they thought that our protest will happen on Monday, and their plan failed woefully again. It failed woefully again. And they will continue failing until they've been sink into the ocean completely. So, my fellow subscribers in the grant community, Abachino has nothing good for us. Why Abachino is doing all these things is because he has no single cluster inside his NGO, because he no pay anything. And if disbursement is going to happen in this country, Abachino will lose out. So the only safe zone for him is to stick with Theo and make sure that Theo's plan is completely perfected. Although we have all the record, including the people he called threatening them, the person he called trying to bribe them, and the rest of them. We have the record. And where he's been pushing us, instigating us to come to the Nigerian community and stage a protest. We have the record. And where he said that nothing good can happen in this country. The very first voice note that he released concerning our protest, that nothing, if something good can happen in this country, maybe all those senators that were stealing money would have been caught by now. That nothing can happen, even if something wrong is being done to the community, to the people of this country. So we have all this voice record down. So this one leads me to the man called, or the woman, or the evil person called Ancient Temple. I don't know him, but he has an evil plan. Before now, this very man called Ancient Temple, we have knew that he is indirectly working for Theo Plus. And now he's insisting on going into protest. Ancient Temple is not any member. It's not even a sitting member of All Ground Pressure Group, not to even talk of. It's not even a social media member of All Ground Pressure Group, not to even talk of an executive member. We don't know Ancient Temple, and I believe Ancient Temple don't know us. But he wanted to embark on protest, and that protest is Ancient Temple's protest. It's not All Ground Pressure Group protest. And we have heard a lot about him, and we have some record about him as well. So we don't have anything to do with the protest. We might still come out. If we lost it all again, we are still in this country, we might still come out and stage our protest. But protest that is going on through Ancient Temple's channel is not All Ground Pressure Group protest. So we still have hope. As in, yesterday we have 50% chances of disbursement. Our hope was 50-50 yesterday. Before yesterday, our hope was almost 0%. Then yesterday we have 50-50, and now we have more than 90% hope of disbursement. So we are not going to embark on protest now. My name is Ustauz Dawood. Remember, I have always told you I don't have an NGO. I did not say cluster to the masses, and I did not register your NGO, help you to register an NGO. I did not collect 500,000 from you. I did not lead you to any organization to register an NGO, and I did not lead you to Theobald Global Foundation to register an NGO, and I did not lead you to UAAG to register an NGO, and I did not sell any cluster to UAAG to you. So I want to let you know that I have no reason to lie to you. So if anybody bought any cluster through me, claiming that I'm the one that said, then that person should understand our agreement before the cluster is being sold to this person. And I don't think it's more than one person, and the cluster should not be more than three or two. Why I said this, because I have to be plain to you. And this cluster was bought through me from my colleagues in all ground pressure group. I told you some of my colleagues, even my own brother has an NGO, and some of my colleagues has NGOs, and they have plenty clusters under them. I'm just the smallest among those people, and I don't have cluster, but I usually help them sometime to sell cluster, which can never be more than two, three, highest four. And since we started this agitation, I think one person only bought cluster through me. Just one person, and just one cluster. Just a single cluster. So I have to be plain to you here, because I don't trust human, what they can bring into the media. So I did not lead you to any place to register an NGO. So I have no reason. And two, three clusters, four clusters cannot overpower me. Cannot overpower me. So that I told you that I don't have cluster, I can provide 10 clusters, 100 clusters as I'm talking right now. So thank you, my people. So this one, concerning the hope of our disbursement, I want you to relax. Believe in God. Don't believe in Ustauz Dawood. I'm not an NGO owner, and I don't have any close relationship with any grant handler. So believe in God that disbursement will happen. And we are not liars. We are not like those people of yesterday that will always tell you that it's by the corner, 2020, speed of bullet. But from what we see here right now, it's something similar to what you have had before, but relax a bit, because we are not talking to you under bribe. Ustaz Dawood is not talking to you because he has been bribed, or because he registered an NGO that he did not pay for, or because he's trying to protect his organization. I don't have any organization. Check my stand now, and check the stand of those people that have been telling you that soon it will happen. And you know where I'm coming from. This one lead me to another matter concerning protest. Protest is our end result. That is if we have no any other way to go. So let me tell you that Theo's disbursement plan have always failed, and it keep on failing, because this week was supposed to be a disbursement week according to Ibrahim Igoche and Theo himself. So the disbursement failed. So I want to use this medium to address Abachino again. I sent this to him as a private voice note yesterday, and I saw that he have already listened to the VN. Abachino, I want to let you know that since all your plans have been failing from time of SEM till this moment, what you did in Theobald Global Foundation, what you did to the masses, God will never forgive you, except you come out and repent and seek for forgiveness. Why I say this is because when you finally realize that Theo Plus, as in Theo Plus Eleche Ebonyi, failed the community, failed the masses, failed the city, all you have to do is to admit and come and apologize. If not, all the curses that you lay on everybody, and the people you cajole, or you cajole, or you misled to subscribe or to buy clusters through you and Tuber Global Foundation, or the people that you have made to get themselves involved in these criminal activities, the wrath of God will continue following you for the rest days of your life. Even after life, God will never forgive you. If you did not come out, by the time you realize, maybe your brain is still smashed to whatever is being smashed to, so you cannot couple yourself and realize that you has failed completely. But by the time you realize, please, I beg you, for the wrath of God that is going to be fall on you, it's not going to be an easy one. Mark my word, my name is Ustauz Dawood. If you did not come to apologize, repent, and seek for forgiveness, you will be in trouble for the rest time you have to spend, both in this life and hereafter. I'm telling you the truth. I have never talked to you in this manner before. I sent it to you as a private, but now I have to make it public. Whatever you want to say, please come out and say it. Me, Ustauz Dawood, if I realize that all that I have did in grant community is a failure, that Theo is the mandate, Theo is going to disburse money to the Nigerian masses, this will not take me anything to come out and seek for forgiveness and beg with the name of God, crawl on the floor that I should be forgiven. But I know this one is not going to happen. Although recently a woman called me and said that he mentioned a particular name in the Nigerian community, a well-known name. According to them, according to the name was one of the names that was called yesterday that was stopping Theophilus not to disburse. Theo himself mentioned those names severally. That is the one that hijacked his money, that this same person have later sourced grant for Theophilus to disburse. That is the money that the Theophilus is now having in his possession that he wants to start disbursing last Monday. But unfortunately, we did not see disbursement anywhere. We didn't see disbursement anywhere. So which means that one is a lie too. But I want you people to know that those people has complete evil plan for the Nigerian masses. So by the time we are coming out for protest, finally, if we fail, if everything fail, it's not going to be protest for disbursement anymore. Abachino will be involved in our protest. Theophilus will be involved in our protest. Ambassadors will be involved in our protest. It's going to be something else. This is my stand. But for now, we are relaxing the protest. Thank you once again. My name is Ustauz Dawood from All Grand Pressure Group of Nigeria.